The man on the ground wasn't just any man. He was a CEO worth millions, a man who walked with confidence, commanded rooms, and never imagined he'd one day be lying on cold concrete, bruised, shaking, and begging a stranger not to hurt him. "Please, don't hit me. I'm already hurt," he whispered, his voice cracking, his pride shattered. And the shadow standing over him, a single dad in worn-out boots, slowly knelt down, revealing something that would change both of their lives forever. Before we dive into this emotional story of kindness, healing, and second chances, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment to support our channel, True Story Tales. Your engagement helps us bring you more powerful stories that touch the heart and inspire change. The night was colder than usual for early fall. The city streets gleamed with reflections of streetlights and leftover rain. Ethan Walker, a 42-year-old single dad, was heading home after his late shift at the auto shop. His hands were greasy, his stomach empty, but his mind was focused on one thing: getting home to check on his daughter, Mia. He was tired, but not the kind of tired sleep could fix. He was tired in the way a single parent becomes tired, emotionally stretched, constantly juggling work and family, with barely a moment to breathe. Yet, despite all this, kindness had always been his compass. Because he knew what it was like to need it desperately. As he cut through the alley behind the shop, a shortcut he had taken for years, he heard a sound that stopped him in his tracks. A soft groan. A gasp. A man trying, and failing, to stand. Ethan rushed forward and saw a figure crumpled against the wall. A tall man, dressed in a torn suit, blood on his lip, and fear in his eyes. He looked up at Ethan like a wounded animal cornered by something bigger than him. "Please," the man whispered, raising a trembling hand. "Please don't hit me. I'm already hurt." Ethan froze. He recognized the man instantly. Charles Grant. CEO of Grant Innovations. A name everyone in town knew. A man known for his brutal honesty, his relentless business decisions, and his cold, intimidating presence. A man who had fired Ethan 4 years earlier. But Ethan didn't say anything. He didn't step back. He didn't turn away. Instead, he knelt beside Charles. "Easy," Ethan said gently. "I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to help." Charles's breathing slowed, confusion replacing fear. He blinked. You're not going to take my wallet. Or my car. It's right over." "Sir," Ethan said. "I don't want anything from you." For a moment, the powerful CEO looked like a lost child. He closed his eyes and whispered, "Why would you help me? You don't even know me." But Ethan did know him. And soon, Charles would know exactly who Ethan was too. Ethan helped him up carefully. "Let's get you out of this alley. Can you walk?" Charles winced but nodded. "I think so." Half limping, half leaning, the CEO was guided toward the brighter street. His suit, once tailored and perfect, was wrinkled, dirty, and torn. His hair was messed. His pride was gone. "Who did this to you?" Ethan asked softly. Charles swallowed hard. "I was leaving a dinner meeting. 2 guys approached me. I thought they were asking for directions, until one of them grabbed my briefcase. A mugging. Simple. Cruel. Random. And yet, Charles's voice carried something deeper than fear. It carried shame. "I've never felt so helpless," Charles whispered. "Not in my entire life." Ethan didn't judge. "You're safe now." When they reached the curb, Charles tried to stand straighter, tried to look like the CEO everyone knew. But he couldn't hide the pain in his eyes. "You could have ignored me," Charles said quietly. "Most people would have." Ethan shrugged lightly. "Maybe. But that's not who I am." Charles studied him for a moment, really looked at him. "You seem familiar," he said. Ethan inhaled slowly. "You should. You fired me." Charles's eyes widened. His mouth opened in a silent gasp. "Walker," he whispered. "Ethan Walker. The mechanic. I remember." Ethan nodded. Flashback images stirred in Charles's memory. A hard-working man. A single dad. A polite employee who never caused trouble. And the day Charles let him go, a day Charles barely remembered, but for Ethan, it had changed everything. Charles lowered his head. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. I'm not here to talk about the past, Ethan said gently. Right now, you need care. Do you want me to call someone? A doctor? Your family? My family, Charles's voice trailed off. My wife and I separated. My son is away at college. I don't want them to see me like this. You're human, Ethan said. Everyone needs help sometimes. Charles gave a broken laugh, the kind that comes from a place of deep hurt. I don't know how to accept kindness. I've spent my life working, building, pushing people away, demanding strength. Being vulnerable feels wrong. Being human isn't wrong, Ethan said softly. For a moment, they stood in silence. Just two men, one who had everything but felt empty, and one who had very little but a heart full of compassion. Let me take you somewhere safe, Ethan offered. My place is close. You can clean up, I'll make you something warm to drink, and we'll figure things out. Charles hesitated. A CEO staying in a small apartment. Accepting help from a man he once fired. But then he looked at Ethan's steady, kind eyes and nodded. Mia, Ethan's 9-year-old daughter, looked up from her coloring book when they walked in. Daddy, who's that? She asked softly. A friend who got hurt, Ethan said. Can you help me get the first aid kit? Mia jumped up and ran to fetch it. Charles watched her with a soft smile. She's sweet. She's everything, Ethan said. Mia returned, opened the kit, and with innocent curiosity asked Charles, do you want cocoa? Daddy makes the best. Charles's eyes warmed. I'd like that. While Ethan cleaned the CEO's cuts and bruises, Mia made cocoa, far too much sugar, and not enough stirring, but she presented it proudly. And Charles took the mug with both hands, as though it was something sacred. Thank you, he whispered. Mia beamed. You're welcome. Are you gonna be okay? Charles nodded. I think so. But something in him was shifting. He wasn't used to this, gentleness, warmth, kindness without conditions. He wasn't used to being cared for. After Mia went to bed, Charles sat on the couch, staring at his hands. I don't understand, he said. How do you do it? How do you stay kind after everything you've been through? I took your job, and you still helped me. Ethan took a deep breath. Because kindness isn't about who deserves it. It's about who needs it. And tonight, you needed it. Charles's eyes filled with tears. He tried to blink away. I've spent years thinking strength meant never being weak, he whispered. But maybe real strength is being honest enough to accept help. Ethan nodded. It is. A long silence followed, filled with something healing. Then Charles said softly, Ethan, how can I repay you? You don't have to, Ethan said. But Charles shook his head. No. I want to. Not because I feel guilty, but because I feel grateful. He looked around the modest apartment. The old couch. The flickering lamp. Mia's drawings taped to the fridge. Let me give you your job back, Charles said. A better position. Better pay. Benefits. You deserve it. Ethan blinked in surprise. Charles, I insist, Charles said firmly. And, maybe I also need a reminder of what truly matters. People. Connection. Kindness. Something you clearly understand better than I ever have. Ethan felt something warm spread through him. Thank you, he said. In the months that followed, Charles didn't just give Ethan a better job, he built a genuine friendship with him. He visited often, bringing Mia little gifts and helping Ethan around the house. And Ethan, with his quiet strength, taught Charles how to be softer, kinder, and more human. Charles realized something powerful, that kindness doesn't come from wealth, or status, or success. It comes from the heart. From choosing compassion even when life is hard. From offering a hand even to someone who once let you down. And Ethan realized that kindness has a way of coming back around, sometimes from the most unexpected places. Two men, from two different worlds, changed each other's lives, not through power, not through money, but through one simple act of kindness on a cold night. And that is the kind of kindness that heals.